In 1918, the guns finally went silent. 20 million people were dead. This scale of destruction led the world to call it the war to end all wars. But the document meant to stabilize the world carried a quiet contradiction. It ensured the fighting was only on pause. In 1919, the victorious Allied leaders gathered in the Palace of Versailles to dictate the terms of Germany's surrender. While the Allied powers saw these terms as a necessary form of justice, the German public experienced the signing as a calculated national humiliation. The treaty stripped away overseas colonies, seized huge chunks of domestic territory, and effectively dissolved its military power. On top of these losses, the Allies demanded financial reparations so massive they were mathematically impossible for the fractured nation to pay. This sudden loss of both land and security plunged the German public into a state of deep collective trauma. A nation left with nothing but debt and collective shame becomes fertile ground for extremism and a desperate search for someone to follow. By 1923, the weight of the treaty's demands finally broke the German economy. This was hyperinflation. The currency became so worthless that bundles of cash were used as building blocks for children's toys. A loaf of bread now cost a literal wheelbarrow full of money. Life savings disappeared in a matter of weeks, and with them, the public's remaining trust in their democratic government. This crushing atmosphere of total social and financial collapse created a dark vacuum that was soon filled by a radical opportunist. Adolf Hitler, a decorated veteran of the First War, recognized the potential in the nation's shared anger. He campaigned on a promise of revenge, pledging to incinerate the Treaty of Versailles and restore German pride through the rebuilding of its military. By 1933, he was chancellor. Within months, he systematically dismantled the legal and political structures of German democracy. He rapidly radicalized the civilian population, turning individual desperation into a massive, uniform display of state power. This consolidation transformed the country into a state where one man's will dictated the entire government. Germany began a massive public rearmament program in direct violation of the 1919 peace treaty. The surrounding global community watched the rapid production of tanks and aircraft increase, yet they simply chose not to intervene. In 1938, this aggression expanded beyond German borders as Hitler confidently annexed Austria and the Sudetenland. European leaders followed a policy of appeasement, believing they could satisfy Hitler's expansionism by surrendering territory to him piece by piece. But feeding an expansionist dictator's hunger only encourages them to demand more. In August 1939, a secret alliance was formed that would stun the rest of the world. Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, sworn ideological enemies, signed a non-aggression pact. This map shows the hidden objective. Hitler and Stalin had already agreed to invade Poland and divide the country between them. This diplomatic betrayal removed the final geographic barrier preventing a full-scale European war. Before sunrise on September 1, 1939, German forces launched their invasion across the Polish border. They utilized a new strategy of overwhelming, coordinated speed known as Blitzkrieg, lightning war. This doctrine combined mobile tanks on the ground with dive bombers in the sky to shatter enemy defenses in hours rather than days. In response to the invasion, Britain and France were finally forced to declare war on Germany. The global war beginning in Poland grew out of the punitive clauses of 1919, the weaponized humiliation of a population, and the silence of the nations that watched it happen. Next time, the lightning war tears through Western Europe. France falls in weeks, and Britain stands alone against an empire that looks unstoppable.